Hi, hope you're well. Just a quick message for the latter days, the second days of Pesach, of Yom Tov. Just before I go on, just to say, if you haven't had a chance to do it already, there's a lovely bracha, a lovely blessing that we say on blossoming trees, on Birchas Ha'elyonos, we call it in Hebrew. It can be found in most of the Siddurim that you use. It's preferable to say it on a tree. It's preferable to say it on a fruit-bearing tree. But there's plenty, thank goodness, because of the weather, and the weather's changed. And for those of us with hay fever, we certainly know this. But there's plenty of blossoming trees out and about at the moment. Lovely opportunity to recognize and to appreciate that this is the springtime, when things start to sprout from nothing, when we get this newness in the air, this new sense of freshness, this new sense of new starts. And that leads me nicely on to what I was going to say about the latter days of Yom Tov in terms of what they commemorate. Because we know that Pesach is split in two. There are two parts to Pesach. The first part, we commemorate the Exodus, the Yetzias Mitzrayim, the coming out of Egypt, and all the miracles that took place as that happened. But in the latter parts of Pesach, we commemorate the splitting of the sea, which is like the second part of the Exodus. The part where it seems like the children of Israel are besieged between, on the one hand, the Red Sea on the one side and the Egyptian army on the other. As we know, the famous story, if you haven't seen the movie or read the book, the sea splits, the children of Israel go through on dry land. And the Gemara in Sota compares the splitting of the sea to finding a shidduch, finding a potential life partner, finding someone, a potential spouse. And it also compares it to, in Pesachim, the Gemara compares it to making a paranosa, finding a business opportunity, making money, earning a livelihood. So the question can be asked: well, what is the combination? What's the common feature of all three of those? The splitting of the sea, finding a soulmate, and a business opportunity, earning a paranosa. And the answer given is that all three require a commitment. All three require a leap of faith, if you like. Actually having these things come your way is miraculous in and of itself, but that's kind of the easy bit. God splitting the sea, for God, any miracle is easy. But splitting the sea was not a problem. What the challenge was of Kriyas Yam Suf, of the splitting of the sea, was that the children of Israel would have the faith to go through. And that leap of faith is what stuck with us through all the generations. And that's what we commemorate on the last days of Yom Tov. Similarly with finding a spouse. You meet lots of, I'm sure, when you're dating, you're going to meet lots of boys and girls, lots of opportunities for soulmates, people to spend the rest of your life with. But it's that taking that leap of faith and saying, okay, I'm not sure what the future lies. I'm not sure what sort of house we can build together, what sort of family we can build together. But let's do it anyway. Same with a business opportunity. Many business opportunities come your way, new jobs or whatever. It requires a great leap of faith, and dare I say it, resilience as well, to be able to push through and see this as not just an opportunity, but something you can add value to, and something that is ultimately going to prove worthwhile. So in all three of those, it's not just about the initial stage, the initial sort of opening, the initial opportunity. It's about the follow through. It's about the commitment. It's about the resilience. And yes, the blood, sweat and tears. It's that ability to go beyond our restrictions, go beyond the obvious and say, okay, this has the potential to make great things, and I'm going to take the opportunity, and with God's help, going to make a success of it. Wishing you and your families Chag Kasher v'Sameach. Have a great Yom Tov. Enjoy the rest of Yom Tov, and try not to eat too much matzah.